Continuing our diabetes series with the Omnipod Dash, or for any pump for that matter, you always have to be prepared for a pump failure. So sometimes what happens is the Omnipod Dash pod will become occluded and it will need to be removed. Sometimes that you run out of pods because your insurance company only allows you to have so many pods per month, that you are found short where you either are located or when you're traveling. So people ask me what I do just in case something like that happens and I do not have an additional pump. What I do is I have my endocrinologist prescribe me my Lantus, which is the basal related insulin, and he prescribed it is in the event of pump failure. And I also have my Lispro, and the same thing is I had him prescribe it in the event of pump failure. So this is important because you need to be able to have insulin with you for trips. And if you do have a problem with the pump, I always bring a insulin Lispro pen if I'm going to be traveling more than a day overnight. And I also always bring a Lantus pen with me as well, just in case there is a failure. The other nice thing is, what I also do sometimes is I will bring my InPen with me if I know I'm going to be away for maybe a week or so. I will bring this with me because it does record the amount of insulin units for bolus into the app, and that downloads into Gluco, which is the software application I use to track everything, blood glucose, things of that nature. So I always bring that specifically with me if I'm gone more than maybe 3 or 5 days. And I always bring Lantus with me. So just as a little tip, make sure you always have your extra insulin, whether it's fast acting, which is the Lispro, or long acting, which is the Lantus, which will take the place of your basal related doses. So and also make sure you always bring a handful of pen tips, because that's going to be very, very, very important, that you can't use the insulin without your pen tips. So just to let you know, that's how I do it, and I hope this helps. One of the other things I do also bring too, I forgot to mention, is I do bring my meter along with me, because I do use a Dexcom system, but I always bring my meter with me just in case my Dexcom falls off and I have to do things manually. So I will bring my meter with me as well, and I will also bring, we can't forget, the old strips along with that too. So just make sure you have everything there in your kit, plus a couple extra pods if you use the Omnipod Dash. That's going to be important as well. But that's usually what I bring with me. Like I said, if I'm only a day or so, I'll bring the Lispro pen with my Lantus. And if I'm gone for more than 3 or 5 days, I'll also bring the InPen. So if there is a pump failure, I can't change my pod, there's an issue, I can always use that, as well as bringing some of the cartridges along. So just a little tip. And I have a little cooler, and I have a little pen tip cooler as well, that works very good to keep your insulin fresh and not at room temperature. Thanks very much. I hope this was helpful. If you found this helpful, like and subscribe, and we can see you on the next video. Have a great day.